determination of what is right. We are still on this issue. In this topic, we have already said that an action is right if it is approved by an authority. And this also, we have all agreed that the only source of authority that is right is authority from God. Of course, in series of parts, we've discussed other authorities that represents God. I mean, God delegates these authorities to Christ. Christ is a source of authority. Any action commanded or approved by Christ is right. The apostles are authority. Parents and the traditional rulers and the government are all representatives of God's authority. The ministers of God are God's representatives or source of God's authority. But today we want to say not everything that is right, not everything that is legal is right. Did that confuse you? Did that shock you? Not everything that is authorized is right. Not everything that is lawful is right. An action can be approved, can be within the law, and yet it is still not right. Bring your chair closer. Come closer. Let us talk about this. And I have my authority to say this from the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23 to 30. Let's read there. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23 to 30. Oh. Okay. Let's read 1 Corinthians 10, 23 to 30. It reads, all things are lawful for me, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful for me, but not all things edify. Let no man seek his own, but each one the other's well-being. Let's continue. Eat whatever is sold in the meat market, asking no questions for conscience sake. For the eat is the Lord's, and all its fullness. If any of those who do not believe invite you to dinner, and you desire to go, eat whatever is set before you, asking no question for conscience sake. But if anyone says to you, this was offered to idols, do not eat it for the sake of the one who told you, and for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's, and all its fullness. Conscience, I say, not your own, but that of the others. For why is my liberty judged by another man's conscience? We stop here. Did you understand that passage? Paul is saying all things are lawful, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful, but not all things edify. Edify means adding value. All things are not necessary, does not help. So there are certain things that are lawful, yet they do not add value to human life. There are things that are lawful, you can perform, yet you hurt other people's conscience by doing so. By virtue of the effect of your action on other people's feelings and conscience, that lawful thing becomes bad. That is why I said not all things that are lawful are still right or good. Paul gave example. Going to an unbeliever to eat, to party, there is nothing wrong with it. But because of the person with a little mind that will tell you, this thing you are eating is offered to idol, he said, don't do it. Not because it is wrong for you to do it, but because of the conscience of the person with little mind, who do not understand that food offered to idol means nothing, because those idols are worthless as far as our faith is concerned. But you have a strong knowledge. Your faith is so strong, you can take it and eat and go your way, nothing. But for the sake of the person's understanding and conscience, stay away from such, even when it's lawful. Did you see what it says in 29 and 30? Why will my liberty be judged? Why will I be judged in my liberty, what I have liberty to do, because of other people's conscience? Let me use myself as an example. When I was in Nigeria, my wife will always want me to wear baggy shorts with a Timberland shoe. She bought me, those cargo shorts with a Timberland, this shoe, the Timberland. And then she bought me a necklace to wear. She likes seeing me wear those things. Remember, I was a minister in Nigeria, wearing Timberland shoe with with designer socks and a cargo short with t-shirt and necklace. Who is there any law that is against a minister of God wearing Timberland shoe or wearing t-shirt with cargo shorts? There is nothing wrong about it. But where I was preaching, within the environment I was working, they're not going to be able to fight. Even my church members, we are already known for wearing suits, corporate wears, native or corporate wears. So I told her I can't wear that because of my profession, because of my calling as a minister. So it's lawful to wear all those things. But I know one of my members, I think that was my secretary, Breadwin in Neke, introduced me to his colleagues at a prison warden office. He introduced me as his minister to one of his colleagues. The colleague said, this your pastor, Nagaimano. I was even wearing jeans, with sneakers and then t-shirt. He said, this your pastor, Nagaimano. You see that personality. I didn't give him that pastor's personality. In fact, it will take God's grace for him to take my words as a minister of God. So this is life for you. Not everything that is lawful is still right. Now, sometimes we say, yes, why won't I talk? We have freedom of speech. I have freedom of association. I have freedom of this, I have freedom of that. You have freedom. The law permits you to speak. But do you know a speech you made can destroy a family? That is something you have right to do. For making such one just single statement you made, which you have right to make, can destroy an entire community. A statement you made can make a brother not to attend church ever again. Then by virtue of making such statements and killing the faith of your brother or sister, you have sinned, even when you do something you are right to do. So what do we do in this case? In Philippi chapter 4, verse 8, Paul said, whatever thing that is upright, whatever thing that is good, whatever thing that has good reports, if there is any goodness and virtue in it, please think on those things. So that thing that is legal, that is approved by the authority, it must have good report from people around you. It must be upright. It must add values to people around you for it to be right. In Philippians chapter 2, verse 4, Paul said, let us not think about our own things only. Let us also consider the interests of others in whatever we do. Where in the Bible did the Bible say you cannot fart? I mean, English, Nigerian parlance, mess. Who say, where in the Bible did they say it's sin to mess? Yes. But by virtue of its effects on people around you, it becomes a bad thing. You see? And that is why we also said you have right to wear whatever clothes you want to wear. But that clothes you are putting on, have you considered its effect on a brother or a sister? I mean, sometimes we are fast to say a Christian sister should not wear trousers. I should wear a gown. Do you know there are gowns or skirts that are more provocative than even trousers? So as a sister, you have right to wear clothes. The body is yours. But a clothes you put on today can make a brother to lust, to have evil thoughts, by virtue of what you put on. You have made a weaker brother to be offended. That is why we said, dress like one that fears God. All things are right, but not all things are edifying. All things are right, but not all things are useful. Let us look for those things that are right, that we can use to add value to the life of the society. And God will bless you. This is almost the end. One more video. I will come live and I will now ask quiz based on the videos we've posted on determination of what is right. I want to up the stake in the quiz if you get one question right.